Okay, so we are really diving deep today into Mistral AI, this French startup that is, I mean, really shaking things up in the AI world.
Yeah, they're making waves for sure.
Really are. And it's not just hype.
Right.
We've got a ton of articles, reports, studies,
Yeah.
all this stuff, and it's looking pretty fascinating.
Yeah, what's really interesting to me is how quickly they've emerged.
Right.
Like, they kind of came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and suddenly they're challenging
Yeah.
Google and OpenAI.
Yeah, like they're taking on the big guys.
Yeah, it's like they're rewriting the rules
Basically.
of the AI game.
Yeah, and they're not just building AI models.
Right.
They're really questioning some of the fundamental assumptions about how AI should be developed.
Totally.
Who should have access to it.
And how it should be used.
It's really interesting stuff.
It is. It's a whole different philosophy. It's
Yeah.
a different approach.
And they've already got people talking with these models like Mistral Large.
Yeah.
Mistral Small, but they're not stopping there.
No, not even close.
Mm.
Their roadmap is ambitious, to say the least.
Okay, so tell me more about this roadmap.
Well, they're constantly improving their existing models, like you said, Mistral Large, Mistral Small.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also developing brand new ones. Pixtrl, for example.
Pixtrl, okay.
This is them stepping into the world of multimodal AI.
Multimodal. Okay, so we're talking about AI that can understand
Right.
not just text, but images too.
Exactly. It's a model that can process and understand both
Oh, wow.
text and images.
That's huge.
It is. And they're not stopping there.
Okay.
They've got Codestrol for generating computer code,
Uh-huh.
Mathstrol for tackling complex math problems.
So they're going for like a whole suite of
Yeah.
specialized AI tools.
Exactly. They want to have a specialized tool for every need.
It's like they're saying whatever your AI needs.
Right.
We've got a Mistral for that.
Precisely. It's a very strategic approach.
It is. And it's not just about the models themselves, right?
No, they're building a whole ecosystem around them.
Okay, so talk to me about that.
Well, they're talking about customizing these models for businesses.
Uh-huh.
They want to offer AI training programs.
Right?
And they're building out their serverless platform called La Platform.
A long platform. I like.
It's ambitious, but they seem determined.
Yeah, it's like they're not just trying to build the AI. They're trying to build the entire infrastructure.
Exactly. They want to be the one-stop shop for all things AI.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Precisely.
And they're not afraid to make partnerships to get there.
Partnerships are key, especially in this competitive landscape.
Yeah, their work with Microsoft Azure is a big deal.
Huge. It gives them access to so many resources, and it gives them credibility.
Absolutely, and I'm hearing whispers
Oh, yeah.
of even more partnerships.
There are always rumors in this industry,
Yeah,
but it wouldn't surprise me if they had more tricks up their sleeves.
right, because this isn't just about tech dominance. This is about global reach.
Absolutely.
They're setting their sights on the U.S. market.
They've even got an office in California now.
Bold move, going right into the lion's den.
It is, but they're not backing down from a challenge.
No, they're not.
They're here to compete.
And underpinning all of this is a serious dedication to research and development.
Oh, absolutely. R&D is in their DNA,
They're really investing in staying ahead of the curve.
which is essential in a field that's constantly evolving.
Absolutely.
Yes, this is a company founded by researchers.
Right.
Arthur Mensch, one of the co-founders.
Yeah.
He's got a background in computational neuroscience.
Wow.
He was at DeepMind before this.
Okay, so he knows what he's doing.
He definitely understands the importance of pushing the boundaries of AI.
Right, so they've got the ambition, they've got the talent,
They do.
but let's be real for a second.
Okay.
They're up against some serious competition.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking Google, OpenAI.
The big leagues.
These companies have resources and data that are just mind-boggling.
It's true. They've got a lot of advantages.
They do.
But Mistral's not afraid of a challenge.
Okay, so it's a real David and Goliath situation.
It is, and that's what makes it so exciting.
Right.
It's the underdog story.
Yeah.
Everyone loves to root for the underdog.
Absolutely. But they're facing an uphill battle.
For sure.
I mean, one of the biggest challenges
yeah.
is just the sheer computing power.
Oh, yeah.
You need to train these massive AI models.
It's incredibly resource intensive.
And that's why those partnerships are so important.
Absolutely. Those partnerships could make or break them.
Right, because without the resources,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to compete.
It's a tough game to play.
It is.
And you need all the help you can get.
It's like trying to bake a 10-tier cake, but you've only got a thimble for a measuring cup.
Right. It's about having the right tools for the job.
Exactly. And then there's the data itself.
Oh, yeah.
Google and OpenAI, they're practically drowning in data, right?
It's true. They have access to these massive data sets.
Which is like the raw material you need to train these AI models.
Exactly. The data is the fuel.
So how does Mistral even begin to bridge that gap?
They have to be very strategic.
Right.
They can't compete on volume alone.
So it's not just about how much data you have.
No, it's about quality too, and
Yeah.
diversity.
Okay, I see.
Their models need to be trained on data that reflects all the nuances
Yeah.
of different languages and cultures.
Because it's one thing to build an AI that understands English,
Right.
but to make it work globally,
Now, that's a whole other challenge.
you need to understand multiple languages.
Absolutely. And not just understand them,
Right.
but be able to generate text that is
Yeah.
in those languages and sounds,
Yeah.
natural and fluid.
And captures all the nuances,
Exactly.
spectral subtleties.
The humor, the sarcasm,
Yeah.
the cultural context.
Because language is more than just words, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Okay.
about the meaning behind the words.
Yeah.
The shared understanding.
And AI needs to be able to grasp that.
It does, and that's not easy.
It's a tall order.
It is, but it's essential if we want to create AI that can truly communicate
Yeah.
with people from all over the world.
Okay, so back to Mistral for a sec.
Yeah.
Do you think their partnership with Microsoft could play a role here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Microsoft has a huge global reach,
Yeah.
and they've got a ton of experience with different languages.
Right. They've been developing multilingual software for years.
Exactly. So it makes sense for Mistral to tap into that expertise.
It's like borrowing the master chef's spice rack.
Yeah. Yeah. Leverage those existing resources
Yeah.
to accelerate their own development.
Smart.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Okay, but even with the best data,
Right.
the smartest engineers
Yeah.
building these bigger, more powerful AI models
Yeah.
without sacrificing performance is a huge challenge.
Well, it's a constant balancing act.
It's like they're trying to build a skyscraper
Okay.
that's also fuel efficient
Right.
and earthquake proof.
It's a lot to ask.
It is.
But Mistral seems up for the challenge.
And they're not just throwing more computing power at the problem.
No, they're being smart about it.
Yeah.
They're investing in research and development
Right.
to find ways to optimize their models,
Mm-hmm.
to make them more efficient, to make them run faster.
So it's not just about size, it's about finesse.
Exactly. It's about building AI that's both powerful and elegant.
And that brings us to the multimodal future.
Ah, yes. The future of AI.
We talked about Pixtrl, their text and image model,
Mhm.
but the competition is fierce.
It is.
And it's not just about static images anymore, right?
No AI is evolving rapidly.
It's about integrating audio, video, maybe even sensory data eventually.
Possibilities are endless.
We're talking about AI that can interact with the world in a much richer way.
Exactly. We're moving beyond just text and images towards AI that can understand and generate content in multiple modalities.
It's like we're teaching AI to experience the world the way we do.
It's an exciting time to be working in this field.
It really is. But with all this talk about powerful AI, we have to ask the question.
What's that?
How do we make this technology accessible?
That's the million-dollar question.
Because it's one thing to have advanced AI,
Right.
but if businesses and individuals can't actually use it.
And what's the point?
Exactly. And that's where I think Mistral's focus on customization is really smart.
Oh, absolutely. Customization is key.
Because every business has unique needs.
Every task has its own specific requirements.
Right. So how is Mistral making their AI customizable?
Well, one of their key techniques is called low-rank adaptation, or LoRA.
LoRA. Okay.
It's a more efficient way to fine-tune these large language models
Okay.
without having to retrain the entire model from scratch.
So it's like giving the AI a tune-up.
Yeah. Instead of rebuilding the entire engine,
Right.
you just tweak a few key components.
Clever.
It's much faster and more cost-effective.
Makes sense.
And it allows them to adapt their models for specific tasks and data sets.
So it's like having an AI tailor.
I like that analogy.
They can create a custom-fit AI solution for any business.
Exactly. It's all about finding the perfect fit.
Okay, so LoRA is one trick up their sleeve.
Yeah, they've got a few more where that came from.
Okay, what else are they doing?
Well, they're also big on model optimization.
Okay.
They use techniques like grouped query attention.
Grouped query attention.
Yeah, or GQA for short.
Okay.
And sliding window attention.
Those sound pretty technical.
They are,
Mm-hmm.
but essentially they're ways of making their models more efficient.
So like fine-tuning the engine
Exactly.
for better performance.
They're optimizing the way the AI processes information
Okay.
so that it can handle more complex tasks without slowing down.
So GQA is like giving the AI a brain boost.
Yeah, you could say that.
And sliding window attention is like improving its memory.
Exactly.
Making it more focused.
All about making the AI smarter and more efficient.
And they're not just working on the AI itself.
No, they're looking at the entire pipeline.
Right.
They've revamped their ML Lobes pipeline.
Which is basically how they develop and deploy their models.
Exactly. It's like upgrading their AI factory with all the latest technology and streamlining their workflows.
To build the best possible AI.
They're leaving no stone unturned.
They're really committed to this.
They are? It's impressive to see.
So they're really thinking about the big picture.
Yeah, they're not just focused on the short-term gains.
Right. It's about building something sustainable.
Exactly, and something that benefits everyone.
And this approach seems to be resonating.
Oh yeah, people are definitely taking notice.
Because they've secured some serious funding.
Billions of dollars from some major players.
Yeah, Microsoft, Salesforce, NVIDIA.
It's clear that investors see the potential here.
They're betting big on Mistral.
And it's not just about the money.
Right.
It's about the team they've assembled.
Yeah. The talent in Mistral is incredible.
And it all starts at the top with Arthur Mensch.
Arthur Mensch, yeah, the co-founder and CEO.
This guy's got a resume that just won't quit.
Okay, so walk me through it.
All right, so he went to all the best schools.
Yeah.
École Polytechnique, Télécom, Paris, École Normale Supérieure.
So he's like the valedictorian of AI.
Pretty much. And then he went on to get a PhD in computational neuroscience.
Wow.
So he's not just an AI expert.
Right.
He understands how the human brain works.
Yeah, that's a powerful combination.
It is, and it's probably why DeepMind scooped him up.
DeepMind, okay, so we're talking about Google here.
The heart of AI research.
And he worked on some groundbreaking stuff.
Oh, yeah. He was part of the team that developed AlphaGo.
AlphaGo, the AI that beat the world champion Go player.
The one and only.
That was a huge deal.
Monumental. It
Yeah.
really showed the world what AI was capable of.
And Arthur Mensch was right there in the thick of it.
He was also involved with AlphaFold.
Which is a whole other level of amazing, right?
It revolutionized protein folding prediction.
Which has huge implications for medicine and biology.
It was a major breakthrough,
So we're talking about a guy who's been at the forefront of AI for years.
pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
So what made him leave Google and start Mistral?
It seems like he wanted to do things differently. He had a vision for a more open and collaborative AI ecosystem.
Interesting.
And he wanted to build a company that reflected his values.
So it's not just about building cool technology
No, it's about using that technology for good.
and making it accessible to everyone.
Exactly, democratizing AI.
I like that. And one of the ways they're doing that is through their commitment to open source.
Right, they're not just keeping all their secrets to themselves,
They're sharing their knowledge and their code with the world.
which is pretty unusual in the AI industry.
Yeah, most companies are very protective of their intellectual property.
But Mistral sees things differently.
So why do you think they're so open?
Well, I think it's a combination of factors.
Okay.
First of all, they believe that open source is good for innovation.
Okay.
When more people have access to the code,
Yeah.
they can contribute ideas,
Hmm.
they can find bugs, they can make improvements.
So it accelerates the pace of development.
Exactly. And it leads to better AI for everyone.
That makes sense.
And secondly, I think they want to build a community.
Okay.
They want to foster collaboration and knowledge sharing.
Instead of competition and secrecy,
Right. They're trying to change the culture of the AI industry.
which is a pretty ambitious goal.
It is, but someone's got to do it.
And it seems like they're off to a good start.
Yeah, they're definitely shaking things up.
So what's the verdict?
Well, it's still early days,
Yeah.
but Mistral is definitely a company to watch.
They're taking on the giants
And they're doing it their own way.
with a commitment to ethics
Transparency.
and open source collaboration.
It's a refreshing change in pace.
It really is. So can they actually pull it off?
Can they compete with the likes of Google and OpenAI?
Only time will tell.
But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
The future of AI is looking a lot more interesting.
That's for sure. Thanks for breaking it all down for me.
Anytime, it's been a fascinating conversation.
And for our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Mistral AI
It's a company that's asking some big questions.
and challenging the status quo.
So keep an eye on them because they're just getting started.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep questioning.